Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here now at the booth of SunGold. We are still at the Cambridge House in Vancouver, and with me here now is not the, let's call it the senior normal management. Now I have the geologist here, Michaud from SunGold. He's the man behind the scenes. He's the man, underground, I would say, who takes care that these beautiful mines are really working, and of course that the costs are in control. So, Michael, thank you very much for taking the time. As I said, you are a geologist, so you are really the person who is in charge to find the gold and to bring it out of the ground. Can you just give us a short idea about the mine and why it will be so or is so successful?
Well, this is a mine that's been in production since the 1930s. We have a very good geological model that we've been refining over the last several years. And with this model, we've been doing our drilling in the mine area and finding additional zones. And why this is so important is as we find additional zones that are close to mining infrastructure, we can develop them in a short period of time. Thereby
and to cheap cost maybe.
That's right. As we can, it not only helps us with the costs because it provides more working faces, but it also helps with flexibility. So if we want to mine some higher grade and maybe stockpile lower grade for a period of time, we'll have the flexibility to do that. This year alone we found 4 new zones with our surface drilling campaign, and now as we look at this map, you can see we're developing on 16 level, so we can drill in these areas in between our main zones and find additional mineralization. And in fact, down in the 26th level is where we just found the 710 horizon, which is very good grade, and it's only early days, and it certainly helped to confirm the geological model that we have.
Can you say something if the 710 horizon, I know it's the 710 zone and the HW, the hanging wall zone, what are the grades so far? What is your, let's say, estimation, your guess, what you will find further on?
Well, some of the intersections were multi-ounce over multi-meters. That was from the initial drilling. Wow. Since we've developed on this zone for approximately 500 to 600 feet, so 150 to 200 meters, we've been getting grades over 0.3 ounces per ton.
So almost 10 grams.
Yes, that's right. So the grade is very good. Now it's only early days. We only have 1 drift on the zone. Now we're stepping back and we're doing the drilling, and we hope to have the resource calculated for this zone after the drilling's completed, and hopefully into our mine plan by mid-year. So it just shows the testament of this mine that if we do the exploration, we can find new zones, and we have the ability to develop them in a relatively short period of time, which helps our overall, mine plan and production plan and profitability.
I believe that, coming to the cost situation, as you are the geologist, and of course you have to be aware of the costs. I saw in your presentation that you are planning to produce over the 5 grams per ton. Do you fulfill?
We certainly have done that for various quarters in the past, and our plan now is to continue to be over 5 grams per ton. We have made some recent changes to our grade control procedures to make sure that we have that. That would involve changing to the bonus structure for the mining operation, as well as we've replaced some of our larger equipment with smaller equipment to mine in some of the narrower parts of the mine to make sure we recover the grade over 5 grams per ton. We have a stockpile strategy so we can have a place to lay down low grade and only process the higher grade material. So we certainly have a plan in place, and we know the deposit has produced over 5 grams in the past, so this is our goal for 2014, and that certainly lowers our cost per ounce.
Coming to the production capacity, because I think you target for this year something again like 75 to 85,000 ounces. What could be a maximum with the equipment you have?
That's a very good question. There's a couple of areas that we're looking at right now that have very good potential. One of them is 710. If this is an area that continues to expand, we will start to increase production in that area. And if it turns out to be higher grade than 5 grams per ton, that would be a way to increase the annual production amount of gold. So that's certainly what we want to look for. And I think as the mine gets further and further developed, I mean, this is a relatively new area of the mine that we've been looking at for the last couple of years. With additional development, we'll get more flexibility, and we should be able to see incremental changes, increases in the gold production. I mean, our ultimate hope is we have some very good targets to find not just new zones, but new mines, and within the mining complex that we would be able to bring into production and see some step changes or increases in the gold production.
Very good. Last question, can you say something about the cost structure? Because I have the feeling today you are producing something all-in costs 1,100, is that correct?
We're somewhere, not including the extraordinary capital and surface exploration spending, we're probably in around $1,100 to $1,200. Certainly it's very, very connected to the grades, so 5 grams per ton, even small increases of maybe 5.5 grams per ton will have a very big impact on lowering the cost structure.
That brings it down 10%, like.
Yeah, that's right. So it's very important that we maintain the grade, and I think within the company there's a culture to make sure that we achieve the grade that we've targeted.
Okay, super. Thank you very much, Michael. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it. It was Michael Michaud, the chief geologist of SenGold. And yeah, it looks like to control the grade, they want to produce over the 5 grams per ton. So that's very important. They will have it, as you heard it. They found so far multi-ounces per ton. So that's a good indication for the future. And hopefully we will see some good drilling results this year. And then they bring it up again and lower the costs and get it all to a much bigger success than it was so far. So thanks and bye-bye from Vancouver. Watch out for the company.